Two phases of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's life. The Prophet's life can be divided into two phases. The first phase may be called the discovery phase, and the second phase may be called the discovered phase. What is the discovery phase? Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, lived a very honest life in every sense of the word before becoming prophet at the age of 40. What is an honest life? It essentially means he possessed all virtues that make a great character. For instance, he was a man of integrity, fair in his dealings, and treated his fellow beings with utmost respect. These are just a few examples. It appears that a person of this kind of character cannot escape some fundamental questions about human existence, or in other words, he cannot be at peace without knowing the grand scheme of things in which he operates. Such a person can be called a seeker of truth. He seeks answers to questions like, who created him, and what is the purpose of his creation, etc. This is what Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was engaged in as soon as these questions arose in his mind. And he continued this process till he found his Creator. Then began the second phase of his life, the discovered phase. In this phase, he was connected with God and received his message. This message answered all of his questions. This phase is characterized by two things. Number one, he was in complete submission to the God he discovered and practiced his message. Number two, he spent all his energies and resources to convey this message to his people so that they could also know their God and shape their lives accordingly. Now, what is the lesson for us in the Prophet's example? It is very simple. That is, A, we must become seekers of the truth like the Prophet, peace be upon him. B, once we discover our Creator, our God, we must help our fellow beings to know the truth as well. This process can only begin if we are prepared to or bold enough to question the religious tradition we are born in. And that requires character. I will conclude by saying that by not following the Prophet's path of life, we may be taking a risk not worth taking.